Today I'm going to be reading The Girl in the Locked Room. So, let's get started. It's like a ghost story, so. And if you guys want to get this book, it is by Scholastic, and it is $17. Okay, whatever. I was choosing not to focus today. So, let's get started. This is what the first page looks like. Okay. The girl is alone in a locked room. At first, she writes the day of the week, the month, and the year on the wall. She means to keep a record of her time in the room. But after a while, she begins skipping a day or several days. Soon days, months, and years became a meaningless jumble. She forgets her birthday and her name. But what does it matter? No one comes to visit. No one asks her name. No one asks how old she is. At first, the room seems large, but soon it shrinks, or it seems to. It becomes a prison. The key disappeared long ago. No matter, she's afraid to leave. They're waiting for her to open the door. She feels presence, faint in the daytime, but solid and loud at night. Their boots storm up the steps. They hammer on the door and yell for me to come out. But how can she? The door is locked from the outside, even if she wanted to. She could not obey their commands. She huddles in the shadows, her eyes closed, her fingers in ears, and waits for them to leave. The trouble is, they always come back, not every night, but often enough that she always waits to hear their horses gallop toward the house, to hear their boots on the stairs, to hear their fists at the door. She used to know who they were and why they came, but now she knows only that they are bad men who will hurt her if they find her. They say they won't, but she doesn't believe them. So she huddles in the wardrobe under a pile of old dresses and doesn't move until she hears their horses gallop away. Every morning the girl looks at a date written on the wall, June 1st, 1889. She doesn't remember why she wrote the date or what happened that day. Indeed, she isn't even sure she wrote it. Maybe someone else, some other girl, was here once. Maybe that girl wrote the date. Someone, perhaps that other girl, certainly not herself, drew pictures on the wall. They tell a story, a terrible story. This story frightens her. It makes her cry sometimes. In a strange way, she knows the story is true. The story is about her, not the girl she is now, but perhaps the girl she used to be before. They locked her in this room, but who was that girl? A girl should remember her own name, if nothing else. Why is her brain so fuzzy? Near the end of the picture story, men on horses gallop to her house. They must be the ones who come to the door at night. Did they draw the pictures to scare her? There are paintings in the room, real paintings, beautiful paintings. A few hang on the walls, but most lean against the wall. The same people are in most of them. A pretty woman, a little girl with yellow hair, a bearded man, a family. She pretends she's the little girl. The woman is her mother, the man is her father. She must have had a mother and a father once. Doesn't everyone? She talks to them, and she talks for them. They have long made-up conversations that she never remembers for more than a day. If only she could bring them to life. They look so real. Why can't they step out of the painting and keep her company? Years pass. The girl stops looking at the drawing on the wall. She wearies of the people in the paintings. What good are they to her? They're just faces on a canvas, flat. They cannot see her or hear her. They cannot talk to her. They cannot help her. They are useless. She turns their faces to the wall. She forgets they are there. Seasons follow each other round and round like a clockwork figures. Leaves fall, snow falls, rain falls. Flowers bloom, flowers wit, flowers die, snow falls again and again and again. Birds nest under the leaves and sometimes find their way into the room. Trees grow taller. Their branches spread. Young trees surround the house. They push against its walls in the summer. Their leaves press against the only window and it block the sunlight. The room is a dim green cave. Brambles and vines climb the stone walls. Their roots burrow into cracks and crevices, and they cling tight. Tendrils manage to find their way inside. Every year, their leaves fall on the floor in her room. Gradually, the house blends into the woods, and people forget it's there. The girl stays in the locked room and waits. She is no longer knows who or what she is waiting for. Something, someone. She's lonelier than you can imagine. So, tomorrow we're going to be reading chapter 2. It's pretty much the same. So, I'm gonna use my handy dandy bookmark here. And so if you guys are reading along, we're leaving off on chapter 2. So no, that's the book we're reading. So I would very recommend it for you guys to watch this book. And also, like, if you're still in school and stuff, and like you want to read a book for your book report or whatever, or like you have a reading log, you can buy this book and then you can listen to it while reading along, or you can just read the book. But I think it's a lot funner to do with someone else. So if you guys want to follow along and have more books, comment down below what books you want down below in the description, and I will see if I can do that. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below your favorite genre of a book, and also subscribe and like the video down below. Anyways, bye guys.